Jake can say something, you might look at him, I'm white. And he just turned around and walking about his thing.
Hey, and then what happened when they took their difference to the side? Like, man, we don't need to be doing this. We hop shot.
Like they was like, freeze. They froze. And shot him anyway.
It's like, either way, man. Like, Jake got shit to deal with.
Yeah, they did that in South Park too. It was in the, the little classroom that I think Kenny and one of them people started, two kids was fighting. I think Kenny and Carmen or Kyle, something like that. They was fighting. Everybody's like, oh yeah, they're fighting, So the cops jump in. God damn it, stop it. And they just shooting, but they only shooting that token, Jake. And then they finally shot him in the arm. They're like, you know what I'm saying? They're just showing you like, yeah. But you see, that leads to my point, because another sign that the scripture says is that the other nations would observe us and ask the same question, right? That's another sign. You got that? I think I said
27.
Yep.
Now, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 22 and verse 7. And I will prepare destroyers against thee, every one with his weapons, and they shall cut down thy choice cedars and cast them into the fire. And many nations shall pass by this city, and they shall say, every man to his neighbor, wherefore hath the Lord done thus unto this great city? Then they shall answer, because they have forsaken the covenant of the Lord, their power, and worshipped other gods and served them.
Right, so even the other nations, when they see the destruction or the condition of our people, they would even say, why did the Lord do this to them? And they said, what? Because we broke his law, statutes, and commandments. So the same questions that the other nations ask, that's a sign in the one as well. Like I said, how come y'all don't move and operate and function like me? How come y'all don't have a land to call y'all? You know what I'm saying? You guys been over there for how long and you still don't own anything? I can come over there right now and set up a business and prosper. And that's all for us. That's what Ishmael will say. That's what Moab will say. And they got generational wealth for selling wigs to our people. And they bring their aunts and uncles on over. Hey, we got a very lucrative business over here. Black women, they want to use their wigs. Ishmael and the two, Elam and the two, Elam shaving their head.
You also got Elam. They set up a whole network. That they bring their family over, right? And they have a network. Like, okay, who else is coming? And they will let them know. That's why they got the Dunkin' Donuts, they got the 7-Eleven, they got the travel agency, they got cleaners, and each family that they have, family members, they bring their family over and they set them up in business as soon as they get here. You know, they own like 10, each group of them own like 10 to 15 businesses.
Gas stations, even like Subways, man.
Right.
Like you go in Subway, it's all fucking evil man.
Yeah, they own it.
I got a precept. Talk about what y'all brothers got. And this also goes into showing who's who, okay? That they are, this is their portion, okay? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 17, starting at the 8th verse. It says, keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me. From the deadly enemies who compass me about. And that's what the brothers are going to. You know, the Edomites and all the other nations, they got everything. Okay? Wealth, houses, cars, and everything. Land. Okay? Okay? They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. They have compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. Okay? They look down on everybody. Okay? They're proud. Okay? Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as if it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Okay? Because secrecy is one of their chief weapons to to hide themselves. Okay? Arise, O Lord Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, okay? From men that are thine hand, O Lord Yahweh, from the men of the world which have their portion in this life, okay? So that's another sign. You doing good, okay? All you other nations, you doing good, you got money, cars, clothes, okay? I ain't gonna say the other word, but you're doing good, okay? And whose belly Thou fillest with thy hidden treasure. They are full of children, as the brother was going to. They pass their businesses down, okay? They got a lot of children. Their family get together, okay? And leave the rest of their substance to their babes, okay?
That's right. That's that generational wealth. Like the brother mentioned, they get set up over here. Okay? Like I said, apartment complex, gas station. That's owned by Ishmael and Elon. You know what I'm saying? Why don't Jake own the gas station?
Right. Yeah, like when you look at the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American household, but especially Southern Kingdom, hey, shit, they all divided, man. You know, like majority of the time, you got some nigga woman that's leading the house, okay, and shit, the house is completely out of order. The daughter a damn hoe, she probably pregnant. And the son is a little grimy nigga with dreadlocks. Alright? With skinny jeans and some Balenciagas that he couldn't afford, but some way, somehow he got them. You know? With a damn Glock 19 on his waist. And can't shoot. Alright. And these are the youth that is coming up like these supposed to be the men of the next generation, and the men and the women. Like all these little hoes, man, they just twerking, and they got different color hair. They brag about, yeah, I know how to curl a blunt. But bitch, you don't even know how to cook.
All right, young brother.
No.
Like the older brother. I'm gonna get with y'all in this. I'm just trying to get back to this. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I just want to let y'all know I acknowledge you and understand what you're doing. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
I remember a couple years ago, my cousin and his dad, they used to live out there in Maryland Heights by like where Worldwide Technology is and everything like that. There's a lot of Elamites that live over there. And below them was a family of Elamites. There's like 6 of them living there, man. The whole household made like $350,000. The entire household. So that goes to show you, like, you know, these other nations can come over here and get together and they can prosper. You know, they come over here with lines of credit. You know what I'm saying? They come over with lines of credit to go start businesses, lease out buildings, buy property and different things like that, right?
Yeah, that's sluggy. Go ahead, brother.
And, well, I was just gonna say, and like, you know, we've been over here for, you know, centuries, you know, blood, sweat, and tears to build this country, but yet we don't even have any kind of access to those types of resources that they do.
And especially if you got a house full of 5 people, everybody working, like everybody should be financially stable. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing to, you know, like you got a man in the household. Okay, you put your money in this, then you put your money in, you put your money in, like that shit easy.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like because I used to work out off of page, and nothing but Elamites up there. Own all of that stuff off of there, like 170 page going west. They own all that stuff on both sides of the page. I used to work out there, and I talked to one of them that was in the dry cleaners and asked him. I said, you know, it's a lot of folks that make it to this country. And he told me, he said, well, we have a network set up for all our family members when they get ready to come over here, that when they come over here, we already have the money to get them over here and put them in place in the business. The business, they already got them. They just bringing them over here and let them have them.
It's already set up.
It's already set up for them. They don't have to do anything.
Exactly. Then they move on to something better.
Right. So they keep building it up. Like I said, this particular guy, he told me he had the travel agency, cleaners, Dunkin' Donuts, 7-Eleven. Okay, they had like 15 businesses. Just him, his family, that he brought all his family over from India. See?
And can our people do that? No. What do we have here? I don't even know if it's still going. Just Sweetie Pies?
No, they closed that down.
They tore that down. But that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing because you hear about what happened, right? Was it the cousin or something like that?
It was the son. Who set the nephew up to get killed so they could get insurance money.
Get the insurance money. Man, they shut that shit down.
Man, that's Jake for you.
And they on TV for a little, shut that shit down, you know? Self-destruction.
Not to mention, the trucking field, man. There's a lot of heathen nations that's getting into it, It's hard for Jake to get into certain areas of the trucking field.
Matter of fact, it's like I was gonna say. Matter of fact, now that you say that, like where I work at, they got outside contractors. Like if they got freight that has to go, like to California or Oregon or something like that, they got outside contractors that come in, and all you see is Elamites coming in with these brand new ass trucks, picking up the freight, going out to California or Oregon or something like that.
Yeah, like the only thing Jake worried about is materialistic bullshit, man. Some goddamn Jordans, some quote unquote designer shoes, or designer belts or whatever. Jake, they just turned Jake into the ultimate consumer, starting off with who's the so-called black woman. Because that's all the so-called black woman does. I was talking to my mother the other day. I'm all like, hey man, you've been paying for this house. Y'all moved here in what, like the 80s? So it's been like, what, 40 years? And y'all still paying on this motherfucker? Oh man, it was something with this and that. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, bullshit. Y'all just don't know how to manage y'all money. They probably took out a loan and, like Esau hitting them with interest rates and stuff. Right.
Hey, and there's another thing you can look at. Just look at the families. Then they say, well, you got to work on black businesses, and then what? The so-called black families, right? Latino, Native American families. Just look at our families, man. Like how you can say they can live in a unit of 5 and be cool. Man, it's hell if you can't get, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get Jake the house. Oh yeah, I got my cousin in my house her for a minute. She's trying to get her act together, or he's trying to get her act. It's gonna be chaos.
Right.
Two sisters can barely live together.
Yeah, two sisters can't even. Yeah. So look at our
speaking of the devil right there.
Look at our families and our divorce rates and the dysfunction. Just look at that alone, okay? That right there is proof that we fit some curses. I never heard about a divorce rate going on in the land of Amalek.
Hey, you get Jake the simplest task. Hey, you can stay here, but I'm gonna need $100 a month. and when it comes up to pay, where the money at, Jake? Oh well, man, nigga got every fucking excuse in the book.
He's like, nigga, your paycheck is $1,000 every 2 weeks.
Kind. But if he had to move in a spot with Edomite on, he gonna have that money. You heard me?
Right. Yeah, but he ain't gonna have your money.
Right.
Like he gonna be like, oh, and then he gonna come up with, oh man, we family, man. Some shit like that.
Here it is.
We family, but shit, we need money.
Here it is. He giving you excuses for $100. But then when he come home, he stood outside at 3 in the morning for them get them new Jordans in the cold and brought that shit back home with him on. You looking like, hold on, nigga, didn't that shit just come out last weekend? Oh, so you stood out there for 5 hours just to get them shits and paid $300 for them, but you can't give me my 100?
Right.
Or Jake would do this. Jake would like, bro, I don't got it right now. But go around the corner and go buy some fucking weed. Like, Jake is backwards as hell, man.
Or that's what they tell you, that's why they ain't got it, man. I spent that on weed, bro.
Really focus on Judah, you know what I mean? Because, like you said, it's right here in the scriptures who everybody is. This is Genesis chapter 49, and now this is when Jacob was blessing his son, or telling his sons what was going to happen in the last days. You know, and I'll just get right to Judah. And it reads, this is Genesis 49:8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of all Slakia, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. And if you look, everybody imitates what Judah does, man, around the whole world. Every nation of people imitate Judah, man. And the rest of the tribes kind of follow the lead of Judah, man. He's the head tribe. So everything is explained and written out what it is, man. People just don't want to believe it.
Yeah, that's because it's the truth. Like I said, this whole system would crumble if they taught the truth, because it's based upon lies. It only has to consider, it has to maintain itself based off lies. So if you bring out the truth, then you risk throwing everything on the water. Then everything has to be questioned. And they're like, man, hell no, we've been working so hard to establish these lies, but that's why it's coming to an end. Like I was going to do a lesson on the debt, right? Somebody made a good point. They want to judge you based off your credit score, but Americans are trillions of debt. That don't make no sense. So, so what's going to happen is, what they believe is going to work is we establish a system where everybody's poor and only the rich. It's going to fail. And it's going to crumble. And it's crumbling. And that's exactly how Rome failed. Rome had only rich and poor. And then eventually the poor said, enough's enough, and then the damn motherfuckers finished. Okay? So the society is falling just like Rome, as prophesied. That's how we know we got the truth. Because you see, Vocab, he basically said, if we define what prophecy is, he's going off another scholar. And another scholar just saying that, oh, prophecy could just mean something that came to his mind. So it don't necessarily have to be true, but we should listen to it. So that means Paul was just making stuff up. John didn't really write down what he saw. He didn't understand what he saw. No, what you're just trying to say is you don't understand. We understand. That's why we'll break it down. So we can go to Revelation. We can tell you what that great horn is. We can tell you what the beast is, the little horn. We can tell you the mark of the beast, what is the beast, the image. We can break that down.
Right.
Okay, you can't. You got that
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 25. It reads, because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men.
That's right. So let's take this world, right? The world likes to say, oh, you guys are educated. You're in this degree, you aren't talking in a TED talk or at a college, right? You didn't do things the so-called proper way. You don't have no knowledge. You don't have no information, right? What did it say? It says, what did it say?
Go back to the top of 1 Corinthians 1:25 and read, because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men,
right,
and the weakness of Yahweh is stronger than men.
Right. But what you're going to find out is if you read, the Lord likes to use those which are deemed insignificant or weak to confound so-called wise, so that no man may boast in his strength. So looking at us, right, we're looked at as the least desired, the undesirables, I'll put it that way, right? The poor. How the hell could so-called Black Latino Native Americans out of nowhere come up with this knowledge of the Bible, and we so-called got biblical scholars that's been studying this book for years, and they come up out of nowhere breaking down these scriptures, precept upon precept? How is that possible? Right? And that's because this is the power of the Lord.
That's right.
And that's the beauty of it. So you got people like Vocab who look at us, and he's offended. Because he's like, well, wait a minute. I didn't spend, I think the tuition is like $30K or something like that. And you're going to tell me that you people are the special people and you understand the Bible more than me? Oh, I don't think so. And you're getting confounded by us. So you keep going with it.
Verse 26. But ye see your calling, brethren, how there not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. For Yahweh has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Yahweh has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
What's up, okay.
Still, not called Elijah, not nigga.
I can't hear you.
Now, Elijah, not nigga. That's how we call him.
And I said, yeah, tell you in the book. Yeah, tell you in the book of Acts. Okay, that they called our people nice, but we really we Israelites. Our homeland really is Jerusalem. Our homeland really is Jerusalem.
Y'all are right.
Well, Yahweh has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
You ain't got to believe.
Yahweh have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And base things of the world and things which are despised have Yahweh chosen, yea, the things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. That no flesh should glory in his presence.
There's no flesh and glory in his presence. So the Lord is using the Israelite. He's using this method because early up in that verse to tell you by the foolishness of preaching. When you look at it, yeah, we look like fools, right? But when the prophecy come to pass, as the scripture says, that's when it's like, remember those guys on the corner that we thought was ignorant and dumb? They said that this was gonna happen. And that's all we gotta say, really. You know, like anti-names, all I can tell, prophecy. Alright? It's prophecy, but you're just a fool. And anybody who wanna boast in their riches like that, then at the same time say that they God's with me. You're just a fool, you don't know. And we say fool, okay, because even in Luke 12, thou fool, this day our soul require thy soul, because you come in that same spirit. I got my barn set up. I got many years. I'm gonna tell my soul is time to enjoy. And the Lord said, "Thou fool, you didn't labor and toil all for all this. Now it's time for you to go. Now what you got from me, right?" And it says what? You are not rich toward the Most High. So you can talk about your money and your riches and your portion and all that. Pretty soon it's gonna be parks, but you can't put gas in. Okay? And pretty soon it's gonna get refolded because you ain't gonna pay for it because you can't drive. Because of gas and because the dollar don't mean nothing. So then what you gonna have?
Take that chip.
Pretty soon everybody's gonna be technically poor. When they put everything behind the digital wall and say you can't get access to or else this, aka take that chip, that's how they gonna get you. Because now what do you have? And that's the question I think people are crazy ask. Take away the money, the fame, all that, what do you have? And a lot of you know deep down you don't have shit. This is who you are. You can tell somebody like him been waiting his whole life to get to that point just to look down on his own. Yeah. That's it. That's why we just said, look, we already see through you, man. You're just a fool, you know?
If I may add, when you do that, right, like I said, the MOTB coming, okay? They're gonna take all your money and then you're gonna have what you call a UBI, Universal Basic Income. You're gonna have the same amount of money as everybody else. They're gonna tell you where to spend it, what you can spend it on, and when you can spend it. So all that boasting and bragging you doing, Mr. Daniels, that's temporary. Ain't nobody hate. We just telling you what it is.
You're gonna be on the same level as everybody else. And then not to mention they gonna introduce the social credit score thing. That's what's going on over there in China, man. If you cross the wall, if you go jaywalking across the street, they gonna take money out your account, man. You gonna be paying the fines already. You go through a stop sign, go through a traffic light. They taking the money out your account. You go to the store, you try to spend it, decline. You don't got no more money. Broke so many damn laws in one day, you don't got no more money, man.
Well, you bought enough portion of meat this month. You gotta wait till next month.
Ooh,
so you can pay for everything else, you gotta put that meat back on your shelf. See, you guys aren't prepared for those. We know what's coming. And when it's all collapsed, we gonna be rich in spirit because that's what we gonna have.
And like you're gonna have it in what?
Faith.
Right, that's like probably like next year.
Really?
You know, because it's already election year, and Nero, aka Trump, is about to get back in office. Because when Joe Biden got back in office, the elites are very smart. They damn devils. They serpents. So like what they did was they put him in office so they can have an excuse to bring back Trump. You You know, so they can justify Trump being back in office. You know, be like, yeah, see, when Joe Biden was in office, the gas prices was up. You know, this was up. You know, he claimed that he was going to take away food and COVID, and he didn't do shit. Right? Well, put Trump back in there. Like, he's the one that's going to turn this around. He even got our people just trying to vote for Trump. You got what, niggas for Trump? You know? Which of course Trump gonna get back in office, duh. But we thought he was gonna stay in office, but they had another plan. They was gonna put Biden in there for like 4 years, let him quote unquote run the country down into the ground and make a mockery, and then put Trump in, which Trump gonna lead us to World War III, which it already is World War III, because you got those Russian ships. I forgot where they was at.
Cuba,
right. Hey, what? The Cuban Missile Crisis, man. That was what, in the 80s? 60s, like, in the 60s. Alright? And so what they doing over there now, man? So we are already here. It's just only a matter of time.
Go ahead, read that. Then we'll end it off with Daniel 12.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 5. For thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them. For I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercy. Both the great and the small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them. Neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning to comfort them for the dead. Neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother. Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes, and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power? Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law.
That's right. So again, what's the reason for all of this? You broke the commandments, going back to Deuteronomy chapter. And you know what? I don't know if they say I will. 39 and 12.
And this is verse 11. Matter of fact, 12, Salaki. And ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me.
That's right. And that's another prime example, because our people been following the ways of the custom, trying to go along to get along, yet they still oppressed. So you can just ask the question, how come I'm doing what they're doing, but I'm getting punished? I'm just doing what they doing, right? And the reason is because the Lord told you not to do it. They the heathen. So that's another sign. They supposed to do what they do. We supposed to do what we do. So just following after them, that's what they're, oh, well, if you got your work hard and doing all this, why can't you be like me? Because you're not an Israelite and you're not under the curses. We can't do what you do. That's how we get cursed. You know? But that's okay, because, like to say, the Lord wants his credit. He gonna let you Edomites know, and all you other nations know, by no means are you a better, smarter, stronger, more sophisticated, loving, kind people than the Israelites. And the only reason you managed to rule is because you're just better. Now you're gonna find out the only reason is because we moved our Lord to wrath, and he put us in this condition. I got that one.
20. The reason it says, thus ye shall be filled and partaken. Thus ye shall be filled and neither with horses, chariots, and with mighty men, but with all men of war, saith the Lord Yahweh. And I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them. So the house of Israel shall know that I am Yahweh their power from the day and forward, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, gave them unto the hand of their enemies, so fell they all by the sword. According to their uncleanness, according to their transgressions, have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. And that they have borne their shame and their trespasses, whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. When I have brought them again from the people, and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations. Then shall they know that I am Yahweh their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. For I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Right. So the only reason we went into captivity is because we broke the commandment with our power. Because you heathen are boasting and talking behind closed doors, the Lord's going to make it very plain to you. I did this to my people. And just like I scattered them, I'm going to bring them all back by my hand and my power. And when I sanctify them, then you people going to know that I'm their power. And I put them in that condition because they broke my law. You understand? So the Lord wants his credit. And that's exactly what's going to happen. The Lord said, when we return to our land, it's going to come from all four corners. Right? Not by some declaration. Right? We're going to be in all four corners. I mean, come from all four corners, we're going to have peace in the land. There won't be any more war on earth. I tell you, we're going to take all them instruments, we're going to turn them into tools, field tools. Okay? And they're going to be used, and we're going to get creative, come up with new devices to get in that field and make, so you're going to get to put the work. No more war, but you're going to get to put the work. That's still happening. We still warring today, so that shows you that that's not prophecy.
That's right.
Okay. So many scriptures you can prove that the Israelites, who we are by the book, by the curses, as it says, it's a sign, it's a wonder, right? And even the heathen would ask questions, and the answer all goes back to the same thing. Move the Lord's wrath, because we're his people, we made a covenant with him. Right? I got anything else to say? That we're going to give our praises to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Hakadash.
Bible boy, Shalom.
Shalom.
Like black men raising up their voices.
Yeah, walking to the side like this.
Like, don't go here and talk to those guys.
Went home?
Those guys are racist.
Yeah, he was actually smiling. He was smiling. She Anybody else heard anything?